Hello, Jason Meeks here. About a month or so ago, I was watching a video, and this video reminded me of a particular agenda that the devil has against people, um, just people in general. And I'll expose that agenda after I mention the video here. That I watch. In the video, a woman uh, was sharing her testimony. She was talking about it was this particular woman who used to work with back in the 1980s. She was working with people who had AIDS. Of course, AIDS kind of started becoming more and more prominent in the 80s. Becoming really widespread. People started to kind of learn more and more about it in the 1980s. And this particular woman, she was, um, in a way, kind of a caregiver to those who had AIDS. And this woman, you can just tell in her voice and her testimony, just she was very passionate about helping people with AIDS. She was really, it brought her great satisfaction, great joy to be working in the AIDS community because she really felt that that was what she was supposed to do, like a calling in her life to help these particular individuals who were suffering with AIDS. So, to make a long story short, this particular woman ended up contracting AIDS, not by the individuals that she helped, but because of a situation with her, um, basically a situation with, I don't remember if it was her husband or her ex-husband at the time, who ended up giving her the AIDS disease. Okay, and that just reminded me of Satan's agenda. And here's this agenda that I want to expose. Um, Anytime you have a passion, and have a passion for, or dedicate a lot of your time and energy praying for, caring for, helping a specific group of individuals or specific person, um, to try to get them out of or help them in any particular crisis or form of bondage. Um, the devil's hatred towards you is so enormous that if you try to help someone escape whatever bondage he has them in, he's going to attempt to put you in that same exact bondage. Once again, the agenda and the plan of the enemy against us is that his hatred is so enormous that if if you try to help someone um, escape some type of form of bondage, this could be a number of things. Uh, the devil will try to entrap you in that same form of bondage. For example, if you spend uh, a lot of time, a lot of your energy, um, caring for someone who has addiction, the devil is going to go all out in trying to get you addicted to something as well. If you spending your time caring for, praying for, a lot of your energy trying to help someone who has a particular ailment or disease, the devil's agenda to you is to try to put you in that same bondage of that disease. if you spend your time and energy and your prayers trying to help people get out of poverty and homelessness, the devil is going to try to make you impoverished. Okay, and that's just what he does, because he has that enormous hatred towards humanity. He wants to keep people in bondage, and if you try to get somebody out of particular bondage, he's going to try to put you in that same bondage. Okay, so I wanted to share this with you because when I saw that video, that testimony, it just reminded me of that. And some of you may be experiencing that right now. You may be wondering, like, how in the world, what is this happening to me? Why is this happening to me? And if you just carefully just kind of trace back, like, what have you spent your time doing? Who have you been trying to help? Who have you been trying to minister to? You know, you may realize that, hey, now I understand why this is happening to me, because the devil is trying to attack me with that same bondage and trying to encapsulate me with that same bondage. Okay, so exposure, this video is to expose that agenda. And what exposure does is something about exposing the enemy that starts to bring about our freedom. Okay, because the devil, when he does things to us, he wants to do it in a way that that is discreet. He wants to sabotage us and hurt us in a way that we don't realize it's him. Because if we realize it's him, then and if we realize it's the devil, then we're gonna go to a God who's greater than him for freedom from this thing. He wants us to be thinking, okay, well, this is a natural thing that's going on. It happens to everybody, this or that. He don't want to be exposed. The devil, he just wants to keep beating people up behind closed doors. He don't want to be exposed. Okay, so I believe that this video is going to expose what the devil may be doing to somebody's life right now. You have a passion for helping a particular people because God has instilled that in you. God has placed you here to be a help towards a particular person or a particular group of people. Just like the woman who her calling was to help people in the AIDS community. And the devil he don't want you to do that. And he wants to put you in the same prison that those people are in that you're trying to help. Okay, so I want to share this so you can be aware and be prepared of the plans of the devil, and to completely expose his agenda that he's trying to do, perhaps towards you. Okay, so when you're aware of his plans, now you can pray more. You know exactly what's going on. Now you can have a strategy in how to fight back. And it is just something. I don't claim to know everything, but there is just something when you expose the devil, it just brings about. It's kind of really one of the first steps in deliverance from whatever that thing is, whatever that thing that form of bondage that the devil is trying to place you in or has placed you in. Something about exposing him it just brings about freedom from that. Okay, so just kind of pray about these things. If you are experiencing bondage and you found yourself imprisoned by the same things as you're trying to help somebody, I hope this video has brought enlightenment to what's actually going on. Be blessed.